Hi, good morning, guys. Welcome to beautiful Koh Samet, Thailand, an island about 3.5 hours away from Bangkok, right over here in Rayong province. So anyway, this morning we're going to take a little casual walk down the beach. We're going to walk from Ao Tubtim, which is right here. We're going to walk down to a couple little beaches, and we're going to look at Ao Sai Kaew, which is Class N beach. So let me show you around. Let's see what we see this morning. So we start off the day with a nice little sunrise. There's quite a bit of wind blowing this morning, so I'm using the little speakers. So hopefully that doesn't mess up my sound too much. Nothing more annoying than wind sounds. So on Ao Tubtim, this is kind of in a little secluded cove, if I could talk. They have a little restaurant here. If you stay, they have a bunch of bungalows, and you can go to sleep looking at the ocean, wake up, see the sunrise. It faces towards the east, so most of the beaches on this island are facing to the east. You have to go somewhere else if you want to see the sunset. And some of the little bungalows. So you can stay in those for about $100 a night. Or you can get in the garden views for like $40 a night. And the beaches on Koh Samet are pretty clean. You will see some broken glass, a little bit of trash, but mostly they do a pretty nice job with keeping them clean. Some beaches in Thailand you run into a real problem with a lot of trash on the beach. But here they do a nice job. And this is a second resort here. I think it's like Samet Villa or something like that. They have a little pier out there. Now they will anchor boats because the island of Koh Samet doesn't get a whole lot of rainfall. It's an island right here in Rayong province, but it gets very little rain. There's only like a 3-month rainy season from May until July. So the island itself doesn't actually have enough water, so they have to bring water in by boat from the mainland. Now this was the end of Ao Tubtim. Really short, but the nice thing about this island and where all the beaches are is you just go a short little walk right down through the rocky path here, and you're at the next beach over. So walk down a little trail, about 30 yards or so, 30 meters, and we come to the next little beach right here, which I think the name of this one is like Ao Sai. And then there's another beach right there, Ao Sai, and then another little beach, and then Ao Sai Kaew. So there's 4 little beaches right here. And it's hard to remember all the little names of them, but because they kind of all just blend together. They separate the beach with just a couple little rocks and call it a new beach. But all these beaches, the sand is just perfect. It's a nice fine white sand. The water is really clear. They get pretty busy with people. There's a lot of resorts. So all the people that stay here come down and spend all day on the beaches. And in the evening, there's quite a bit of restaurants, quite a few places to eat. Looks like they had a big party here. I see all the bottles I didn't clean them up last night. Koh Samet, this is my first time on the island. It's quite nice. It's probably not my favorite island. I mean, there's so many different islands in Thailand to choose from. I think there's like 1,420 or so islands. Not all of them are inhabited, but quite a few are. And, you know, there's just so many beaches in Thailand to choose from. I mean, you could go to the south, where it's a completely different feel in the south compared to up here. And up here, you know, you can go to different islands around Koh Samet. You can go as far east as Koh Chang. Me, I prefer, I think again, I would go to Koh Chang. There's just more to do on the island itself. It's about the same difficulty to get to. You still have to take a ferry to get to the island. But on Koh Chang, you can at least take your own car. Here, you can't bring a car, so you have to ride a motorcycle on the island itself. And this island is only 7 kilometers long north to south, while Koh Chang is the 3rd largest island in Thailand. And here's the road right here that goes right next to this. In the evening time, there'll be people out here. There's quite a few little pubs, and people will be selling grilled chicken, and there's some more hotels and stuff right around here. You can get samtam, grilled chicken, gapao, whatever you want. Now the tide's in, so can't quite cut through like I wanted to. So I'll go up around. All right, so I had to take a little path through the jungle, about another 30 meters or so. Anyway, when the tide is down, you can walk right around all these rocks. But right now you got to kind of go up and around to get to the next beach over. So here we are. Now, getting to Koh Samet is not too difficult. They have little minivans that you can take from the Mochit van terminal in Bangkok, and they bring you right to the pier. And then when you get to the pier, you can get on one of these slow boats that's similar to this. Get on one of the slow boats and bring you over here, and it's 100 baht, which is $3, and then you have to pay another 20 baht, port fee. So you're in for $4 to get over here to the island. And then on the island itself, you have to pay, if you're a foreigner, you have to pay 200 baht for the national park fee. If you're a Thai national, you can pay 40 baht. So $6 and a buck and a quarter, respectively. And then there's plenty of transportation. You can rent motorcycles for about 300 baht a day, or you can take the songtaos. And the songtaos are like a pickup truck that has a big bed with some metal racks, and you can climb in the back and it takes you around. It's their version of a taxi. And they're relatively inexpensive, 20 baht to 30 baht, depending on how far you have to go. Now, most of the activity on the island is near the port. Near the port is at the northern end of the island. They have a little town with some restaurants and knick-knack shops, stuff like that. And that's very near to the glass sand beach, the Ao Sai Kaew. Beach water feels fantastic. The sand is nice. It's a great way to spend a morning. Now, Koh Samet itself is kind of expensive compared to a lot of places in the north. I mean, if you go down to Koh Samui, you'll probably pay about the same prices as here. The hotels are a lot more expensive for what you get. They're nice enough. I mean, they're fine, but they're more pricey than like what you go to Koh Chang or Hua Hin. I've actually tried to come here several times, but they were always booked up. During the high season, it was always really difficult to get here. And you don't want to really come to this island during a Thai holiday. During a Thai holiday, all the people from Bangkok come here. This is a must-go place for people from Bangkok and the surrounding area. Okay, so these little rock outcroppings, and there's a statue here. They're just separating to the next beach. So I'm going to go up the stairs and go. All right, so at the start of Ao Sai Kaew, there's the Koh Samet sign with the mermaid holding a baby. And there's a Thai poet that wrote a story that's really, really famous, talking about like an ogre and the mermaid and two of the king's sons. The one learns how to play a flute, and the other one learns how to be a warrior. And it's kind of required reading for all the Thais, and it's a pretty fun story. I talked about it in another video. If you want to read more about it, you can look at my other Koh Samet video, and I'll leave a description down in the comments about it. So this is the biggest and busiest beach on Koh Samet. This is the glass sand beach. And as you've been able to see, I mean, all these beaches just kind of run together. So if you're on the further south at Ao Tub Tim, I mean, you can easily walk all the way up here and spend a day or whatever you want to do on this beach. And of course have all the little pubs and everything on the beachfront. Loads of hotels up in this area. Koh Samet itself is shaped like a T or a kite, and it's only 7 kilometers from north to south, and then it's like 2.5 kilometers from east to west at the top. It's a really small island, but what makes it nice is it's just really near to Bangkok, and it's fairly easy to get to. It's about a 40-minute ferry ride. It's maybe like 6 or 7 kilometers from the mainland. Lots of great places to sit, enjoy the evening here. Looks like they have a fire show at Ploi Talay. Not sure if Ploi is her name or if it's talking like the little gem or the precious stone. Talay means ocean. Kids already out in the water having a great time. Looks like some beachgoers left their rubbish from last night. soy dogs, of course, on the beach. Hotels here are quite large, so I have some of the towers back behind there. Sai Kaew Villa. Now, on this island itself, it's a national park. They didn't even allow any hotels to be built here until '81. So all the Thai people that wanted to come to Koh Samet, they could come here during the day. They could, day camp, bring their own food, and then they would have to leave. And then there was an outbreak of dengue fever and malaria on the island, and it was closed off completely for a couple years in the late 70s. And then in '81, they allowed them to reopen, and they made it a national park. And so all of your fees go into maintaining this island. Sai Kaew Villa 2 here. And most of the island itself is like a mountain with forest. So there's only a few little roads that go around it. The rest of it is all mountainous and trees. And the name actually, Samet, comes from the Samet tree. And that's what's found on the island, and that's how it has its name. It's like a juniper tree. And it has like a really flaky bark, kind of like a paper birch tree. And that tree itself is like an invasive species in Florida. Somebody introduced these trees into Florida, and they're kind of taking over. And the Thai national pastime is taking selfies. These girls here were doing the selfie thing. They'll be doing that all day. Only 10,000 more. It's funny, in Bangkok with the selfies, you go to the park and there'll be people that actually bring like 3 or 4 camera people, changes of clothes. They'll have people doing hair and makeup in the park to do their selfies. They must be the Instagram influencers or whatever. Me, my setup is a lot easier. I just have my phone and I just go and point and shoot. And nobody wants to see me put any makeup on. Can't tell you how nice this morning is. It is just absolutely perfect. There's a slight breeze, but it seems to have disappeared as I get over towards this rock outcropping. Z Bar and Cafe. So this is pretty much the end of the beach right here. And this is the northern tip of the island, just on the other side of this rock outcropping. Nice way to spend the morning, coming out, walking on the beach. And just absolutely a perfect day. And so we walked all the way from on the other side of those boats over there to down here. And this is Koh Samet, Thailand. All right, guys, so that finishes up our little morning beach walk right here. We went all the way down from Ao Tubtem down here to Ao Sai Kaew. So we covered 4 little beaches, and it was a nice little pleasant walk. Couldn't be better. I mean, you're in the tropics. You got the ocean right over here. Nice white sand beach. Just absolutely perfect. It's a great way to start a morning. So anyway, guys, if you like the video, click like and share it with your friends. If you're not, subscribe to my channel. And if you've been here and you have some comments, like you stayed on this island or whatever, leave me a comment down below. Or if you want to see something different, let me know in a comment also. And as always, guys, remember, life is a journey, so enjoy.